Stugotz's weekend observations are around the corner here in a couple of minutes, but first we have to check in with Bills fan, loud, obnoxious, cursing, violent Bills fan, Christine Lisi.
And finally, the average U.S. adult wakes up in a bad mood 300 times a year. That seems high.
300? 300? Put it on the poll, Guillermo.
Maybe just 2020.
300. Yes, it's been that many already in 2020. Put it on the poll, Guillermo, at LeBatard Show. Do you wake up in a bad mood 300 times a year?
That's every day.
Let's do Stugotz's weekend observations.
It is time for Stugotz to share his game notes. No one in the media will tell you what happened better than my boy Stu.
Dan, after not scoring a touchdown since 2018 and scoring 2 yesterday, 1 on the ground and 1 through the air, combined with a big 17-12 win in Seattle. And Dan, just like that, 2013 and 2014 Pro Bowler Alfred Morris is back. Trevor Lawrence, if you didn't know how badly the Jets wanted you, now you know. Frank Beamer agreed to take the South Carolina job. The news here is Frank Beamer is no longer the head coach at Virginia Tech. Beamer ball, New York Jets.
Are you confused at which Beamer?
Oh, it's not Frank. Well, who's coaching the Hokies? And who's going to South Carolina? Gamecocks. New York Jets. Not funny. Don't do it again. I've been saying this all year, that BYU can score with anyone.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I mean, because they...
I don't know. But what I meant was anyone but Coastal Carolina. I can make an easy case that even though they lost the head-to-head matchup, that Indiana has a better resume than Ohio State. You know what metric Coastal Carolina leads the country in, Dan?
I do not.
W's. That's wins, in case you didn't know. You know what other metric they lead the country in, Dan?
I do not.
FLs. That's fewest losses. Put them in the Final Four.
I believe they're tied in that department.
Okay. Well, put them in the Final Four if they run the table.
You can't have fewer losses than them. Aren't you the one who argued that Central Florida shouldn't have been at the Final Four when they had no losses, but you want to put Coastal Carolina?
You sound different. Is Adrian Peterson human? Tua came dangerously close to being booed. Death, taxes, and Giuseppe. We're 13 weeks into the season. I still haven't seen the bottom of Kevin Stefanski's face, but if I did see it, I'm pretty sure I'd also see Mike Ryan trying to kiss it. Kirk Cousins, who are you?
Is he good?
I don't know. He wasn't good in the first half. He was good in the second half. He was decent in over. Who are you? Does anyone know? Here's what I do know. Jarvis Landry is better without Odell Beckham Jr. So is the entire Browns organization. Dan, you know what the B in Beckham stands for? It stands for better without me. Dan, in terms of going for it on 4th down, Sean Payton is your guy.
Yes.
He's also a guy who's playing a very dangerous game.
You mentioned that, even though he hasn't lost with a backup in the last 2 years.
Dangerous game. Drew Brees, I'd rub some dirt on your 14 fractured ribs and punctured lung and get back out there this week. Dangerous game. Deshaun Watson fumble. Huge for the Dolphins. The Deshaun Watson fumble is the biggest fumble for an NFL team not playing in the actual game in NFL history. You agree, right? That was big. That was big for the Fins, right?
In history, probably not, but
Yeah.
it was pretty good.
Maybe there's a fumble that helps someone propel someone to the playoffs, perhaps, maybe.
They're going to
Yeah.
move up a couple of spots in the draft.
I didn't really think it through, to be honest with you.
You just said,
yeah.
no. It's
At
all,
the time, that's
yeah,
what I felt.
No, I know
yeah.
that's how you do it.
Yeah, I just say things,
Uh-huh. Well, I'm aware of that. I didn't really think it through. Is 2 words too long?
You sound different. It is throwing me off. That was the biggest loss in New York Jets history. It almost felt like winning a Super Bowl. You know what the G in gay stands for? Genius. The Jets had the rugs pulled out from underneath of them. You get it, Dan?
No, Stugotz, explain it. What do you mean?
The Ruggs. That's his Ruggs.
Who-
Last name, Henry
who's-
Ruggs.
who is he? Tell me more, Stugotz.
Hank, do you get it now?
Now, okay. Hank Ruggs. Yes, they've got the rugs pulled out from under them.
I thought they won, and then the
Right,
rug was there,
right,
and they pulled
right.
the rugs out from underneath of them, and they ended up losing.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah. It's clever, huh?
It's amazing.
Thank you. I'm glad you get it now. Witching hour. My God. I can't breathe sometimes during the witching hour.
Put it on the poll, Guillermo. Do you lose your breath sometimes during the witching hour?
I feel like I had a more productive afternoon than A.J. Green. It certainly wasn't less productive. Dolphins, Bengals, 5 ejections. Chippy. Adam Gase deserves a 5-year extension after that loss. Is Kyler Murray healthy? Love Scott Hansen. Love the red zone. But let's stop acting like it wasn't stolen from Andrew Siciliano. I'm not certain who's calling the plays for the Jets offense, but I'm 100% certain who called the final 2 defensive plays for them yesterday. Over 400 yards of offense, but gave up just 17 points to BYU. Dan, you know what Coastal Carolina's defense did? It bent, but it didn't break.
Nice.
After yesterday's win, Sean McVay is now 7-0 against the Cardinals. You know what McVay has, Dan? He has the Cardinals' number. Oh, wow, you had that one. I'm sorry, I should have let you speak.
It's okay.
I wasn't certain. I mean, after the Ruggs things, I didn't know, a little slow today. And you sound different. Justin Herbert, you got Belichicked. It happens. Move on. Carson, that had to hurt. Carson, your opportunity came and went. You get that, Dan?
No, explain it to me.
So his last name is Wentz, right? He had this opportunity, got the big contract, and yesterday they put in Jalen Hurts for Wentz. So the opportunity came, and it went.
Oh, wait a minute. And so you're saying
And it had to hurt.
it had to hurt. So the
Yeah.
guy who replaced him, his name is the verb that happened to Wentz.
I like making puns with names. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know who's in charge of special teams for the Chargers, but he shouldn't be. Allow me to be the first. This might be Bill Belichick's best coaching job ever. Leeds United. More like blown Leeds United. You want to fire Doug Peterson for something? Fire him for going for that ridiculous tie in week 3.
What?
Hey, who goes for ties in the NFL?
What?
What do you mean? Of course, the Patriots have a guy named Gunnar Olszewski. Of course, he returned a punt for a touchdown. And of course, he looks like that. Browns in the playoffs. Colt McCoy and Alfred Morris winning in Seattle. What the hell is going on? And speaking of hell, Art Briles. Dan, those are the weekend observations.
Guillermo, put it on the poll, please, at LeBatard Show. Gunnar Olszewski, the name of Bill Belichick's punt returner or the name of Bill Belichick's dog?